Welcome once again to Holiday Heaven. It's time to cruise away again, as we do every day on Gecko at 10 a.m, 1 and 4 in the afternoon, showcasing our 25 years plus of travel experience to cruise with the best and see the world.
That's right, and in this show it's time to get on board the Italian cruise line that is quite literally taking the cruising world by storm. MSC Cruises, with their glittering, stylish ships, unbeatable cruise fares and fascinating itineraries. They are truly making a name for themselves and shaking up the way we cruise.
Absolutely. So let's get on board with 3 exciting adventures then on 2 of their ships. And we're heading to the Mediterranean and the Greek Isles for October this year with amazing prices. But first, a 26-night dream away for June in 2026, featuring a double cruise to Ireland, Iceland, Norway, France and Spain. And we fly first from Sydney over to London in the UK for a 3-night hotel stay in the capital, which you will love.
Yes.
And of course, you are in perfect position from London to go and visit other places in the UK as well if you want to. Maybe historic York, maybe. It's just a couple of hours on the train to lovely Manchester or the second city in Birmingham, but there's plenty to keep you going in London, of course. You've got to go to the Palace, got to go and just wander by the river, see St Paul's, the Tower of London. Got to do it all, haven't you? And then it's time to cruise. MSC Virtuosa, we're cruising from the south of the UK in Southampton, of course, the iconic port in the UK. And we're on board for 21 nights. Oh my word, you are going to love MSC Virtuosa. Beautiful. We took a cruise, didn't we, as a TV team on Virtuosa last year. And she is fantastic. You're going to love this because you're on for 2 cruises as well. So you're doing a double cruise on this one. So you'll see different people coming and going. And unlike other cruise lines as well, MSC also operate their routes where people come and go at different ports along the way as well, which is a very different way. I wouldn't want to be managing that diary at reception, let me tell you. But on board, there is so much for you to enjoy. One, she's a very, very glamorous ship. She's got those wonderful Swarovski staircases, which are constantly busy with people having their pictures taken, not only by the professional photographers on board, but you know, with everyone with their smartphones and whatever. It's great. There's a nice little hideaway English pub to go and disappear into if you want to. So you can kind of be as busy or as kind of chilled out and relaxed on this ship as you like. Really fantastic dining. Included dining is incredible. The great service from the wonderful team on board. They are just great, considering that all of your service charges are included in your cruise. The team on board look after you just superbly. Then you've got more upscale speciality dining. There's a steakhouse called Butcher's Cut, which has incredible cuts of steak and wonderful wine pairings for you to enjoy. There's teppanyaki on board. There's Hola, which is the Mexican tapas. You see the sort of galleria there in the middle with the big dome on the top. That's where all the parties happen, right there. Yes. In that big space there. They can project all sorts of things into the ceiling and make it move in mysterious ways. There's a robot barman called Rob in the Starship bar. It's brilliant.
Yeah, very entertaining. Gonna love it. Really entertaining. Do you know what? You touched on the photography there. You can actually, not only can you select your photos when you're on board of the photographers around the ship taking pictures of you, you can get well, they often call it the Cruise and Review DVD, or well, they'd have probably a memory stick where you've got memories of the cruise, which is great, and you have people filming throughout the cruise for that. So loads of ways to enjoy. Cork's our first port, and where you have to kiss the Blarney Stone and head to Blarney Castle. They say it gives you the gift of the gab. There we go. You've also got some, it's so charming. Take a wander around Cork and grab yourself a Guinness. Then we're into Akureyri in fabulous Iceland. Oh my goodness. Land of fire and ice, land of the Vikings. Your gateway to the famous dramatic landscapes and volcanic craters and extinct lava fields of Iceland. Isfjord's next, which is the municipal centre of the West Fjords Peninsula in Iceland. Yes, there are fjords in Iceland. You're going to be seeing some on this itinerary. Beautiful. really grandiose and imposing. I love it. Then we have an overnight in Reykjavik, and we are there in the summer, so you're going to see the phenomenon of 24-hour sun in this part of the world. It's the best time to go and visit the Blue Lagoon under a summer solstice sky, nothing better. Really interesting, and I loved my trip to the Blue Lagoon, but there's so much more to see. The geothermal fields also. Then we're on into Molloy in Norway, and this is a very cute little town, well known for Caniston Rock, which is moulded by the sea and has been over thousands of years, and it's kind of a mushroom shape. A very interesting tour to take. Then we're into Helslit in Norway, where you can go to the beautiful waterfall. This is Ranger Waterfall, which is world famous. You can take a tour up there, or the local ferry, which takes you over, which is lovely, just to drink in the magic of the fjords. Stavanger's next, and this is also very beautiful and charming, and these Norwegian towns really come to life in the summertime. Fresh and green and gorgeous, great coffee shops to be found all around, and the locals are so friendly as well, so you'll be taking picture after picture. We're into La Rochelle in France next. From mansions to beautiful Renaissance homes and half-timbered houses, it is an enchanting and refined French town. Maybe again you want to sit there with your baguette, your brie and wine on the harbour. Bilbao's next, where you can see the incredible Guggenheim. Such a feat of engineering, that, with amazing exhibits. Also stroll around the back streets and grab some pinchos. They are tapas in the Basque Country. La Coruña awaits us next, where you can visit the famed pilgrimage city of Santiago de Compostela, the pilgrimage site from Middle Ages, with the beautiful cathedral and grave of St. John the Baptist as well. La Coruña's next, then it's Cherbourg, where you can see the D-Day landing sites. I think a lot of people will be going off on a tour to see that because of the history associated with it. But there's lots of other things to see, of course, in the area, if that's not your bag. So here's an overview of the amazing itinerary. Flying into London, enjoying 3 days in London, heading off to Iceland, the fjords of Iceland, Norway and the fjords of Norway. Then we're into Southampton for another day, back into La Rochelle, Bilbao, Coruña, Cherbourg, and finishing off in London, where you'll disembark and we will fly you back to Sydney.
My word, this is an amazing trip. I mean, all of the travel you've got going on here, all of the different places you are seeing. Looking forward to June in 2026. We've got low deposits on offer on this one, so just $500 each today will lock in today's price for you, and then that's guaranteed for, you know, pretty much 2 years away, which is brilliant. That includes the flight from Sydney over to London, 3 nights hotel stay there, and then your fabulous double cruise with MSC, 21 nights on MSC Virtuosa, which I can vouch for myself. I've been on board. You will love it. You'll be cruising around Iceland and Norway, France and Spain, including that overnight in Iceland's capital, Reykjavik, plus your flight back from London back to Sydney. So, price tag on this one, and this is quite some journey, let me tell you. I would love to cruise to Iceland. You know, every time another volcano erupts, or, you know, there's another fissure there and there's something dramatic going on in Iceland, I want to be there and I want to see it. You're going. And you're going at an incredible price tag, which you can lock in for a deposit today by talking to our team, 1300 412 358, and you're going to have the time of your life on that MSC cruise as well. Really nice balance here of places to see and things to do on board. Now, let's have a look at upgrades on MSC Virtuosa. So if you want to upgrade from your interior up to ocean view or up to balcony, in fact, there's very little difference between the ocean view and the balcony price. So I would say, for what it's worth, go straight to the balcony if you're going to go for an upgrade, because you will love it. You're going to some very scenic parts of the world. You're cruising through Fjordland in Norway, which is wonderful. Great way to do it from a cruise ship, because you're eye to eye with the wonderful scenery. It is incredible because you are just watching this lovely mountainous landscape around you. So lush, so fresh and so beautiful. This is just brilliant. Can I come with you? It looks incredible. So call us now, toll free 1300 412 358 is the number to dial. If you've got any questions whatsoever, you want to customize that trip in another way, maybe there's something you want to do on the way back from London to Sydney, then just let us know. If you want longer than 3 nights in London, or maybe you want to stay somewhere else in the UK as well, possibly you've got friends, family, you know, people you used to work with elsewhere in the UK, talk to us and we can make that happen as well and find you other accommodation in the UK as well. 1300 412 358 is the number. I have to tell you that MSC Cruising you will love every second of. It's vibrant, and if you love a party and you love a good time, then MSC is your cruise line. If you like to sit, relax, watch the world go by, again, MSC is perfect for you as well.
Suits it. It really does suit everybody.
Yeah, it does.
And especially if you're doing a family cruise, you're bringing everybody with you.
Yeah.
There's a great kids club called the Do Re Mi Club. They've got loads of things going on, and for teens too.
And you'll remember where it is because it's on the way to the nightclub.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Exactly.
Good way of remembering.
Right, next for October, a wonderful 20 nights heading to the Mediterranean and Canary Islands, again on MSC Virtuosa. So on the 21st of October, again we fly over from Sydney to London for a 3-night hotel stay.
Lovely.
Now, you will see most likely at this time of year beautiful, vibrant autumn leaves as you stroll through St James's and Hyde Park. The changing of the seasons is really special over in London. And further afield from London, you can head to Windsor and Windsor Castle, stroll around some of the famous districts like Carnaby Street, South Bank, St Paul's Cathedral. You've got great shopping on Oxford Street, Pall Mall if you're really posh, and you also have some of the iconic sites. There's the Gherkin right there. Or you've got to go up in the London Eye. You get amazing views over the city. Take a cruise of the Thames. That's fun. There'll be Halloween tours happening at this time of year too, which are awesome. Right, it's time to cruise on the MSC Virtuosa. Now you're going to be on board for 2 fabulous weeks, 14 nights on board. And although we're touching into autumn in Europe, it's still very beautiful in the parts of the world you're going to be visiting, such as the Canaries and different parts of Europe. So you'll have an absolute ball. And these ships are absolutely incredible, and the international crowd that they always welcome and attract is another reason why you want to enjoy cruising on MSC, because you get to meet people from all over the world, all walks of life. It is really interesting. It's truly an international feeling cruise ship. And the same thing goes with the food, because there's just so many different amazing cuisines on offer. You mentioned some of them before, Derek, but my favourite was teppanyaki, which is
it was brilliant.
Yeah, it's an entertainment dining experience.
It was such fun.
Yeah, and the chef does this fantastic show whilst he's cooking your individual bespoke dinner, depending on what you've cooked. That's a favourite hideout of yours, I know, the Venti chocolate shop. Venti's a worldwide brand as well.
Yeah, it's got a cute, so they make their own chocolates on board, which you can buy boutique selections for your other half and whatever, or enjoy them while you're on board.
Yes.
There's a cute little coffee shop just tucked away behind that there. I tell you what I loved the most, and I made a discovery on this very ship, was tequila, mint, hot chocolate. This is a great combination, let me tell you.
Jury's out on that.
Don't knock it till you've tried it. It's amazing.
I have to say, I did have the very best caramel hot chocolate I've ever had in my life in that chocolate shop. Now, I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
That was the best one I've had it in Switzerland, New York, or famous place. No, the best. Shopping, oh my gosh, yeah, the tax and duty free shopping on board. Now I say for you because coming back to Oz, you'll be able to do your returns, so you get it tax free on board. The great thing about that is there's international brands that you will recognise that are just so phenomenally priced, and you'll love it, and you'll have a great experience doing that as well. Part of the adventure for sure.
You will love it.
Yeah.
Right next to that bar that you were just seeing, by the way, I've just remembered, there's a very, very exclusive and very, very nice champagne bar.
Yes. 20 different types of champagne to choose from as well.
Yeah.
They do have a great drink selection on board, and we mentioned the shows too, but they are so worth seeing. brilliant selection and variety. We're into Lisbon first, which is the capital of Portugal. So much to be seen from wandering around Lisbon, from district to district. I love the sail into this port under the incredible suspension bridge. It is something to remember. Then we're into Cadiz. Now, this is in beautiful Andalusia, the home of incredible flamenco. You can head into Seville for the world famous Alcazar. That is definitely worth seeing. Or maybe over to Granada for the Alhambra. Then we're into Casablanca in Morocco, where you can see some of the amazing, souks and the Casbah. The Hassan II Mosque is also beautiful. That's the central market. It's a must-see. It's so much to buy in Morocco. Funchal Madeira is next, and this is a rather charming port. You have something called the toboggan ride, where you can ride down a hill on wicker sleds. Trust me, it's very interesting. You can do the cable car up there as well. Speak to the team on board about shore excursions. Tenerife's next, and I'd recommend this for a beach day, because between Spain and Africa, you have these incredible hot temperatures in Tenerife. There's also the Mount Teide National Park, which is UNESCO World Heritage, and they film lots of movies up there. Gran Canaria's next. You have the Maspalomas Dunes, if you want to do a dune buggy experience. Again, these are great for beaches, these ports, if that's what you're seeking. But strolling around the old town, getting that incredible Spanish flair, maybe grabbing some tapas as well. Lanzarote's next, and it's known for its geysers and its geothermal activity. The Timanfaya Park is also, again, this is UNESCO World Heritage, is worth a visit, and perhaps take in an excursion that takes you on a Fuerteventura dune adventure. Vigo's next, up in Galicia, up in the leafy green north of Spain, and the Santiago de Compostela is not too far away. But Vigo itself boasts a lot of attractions. You have the CS Islands, which you can take a little boat tour out to see. We are back into Southampton. You'll disembark. We'll fly you back to Sydney after this amazing adventure, starting off with the mini break in London, cruising through fabulous Portugal, Spain, then we're into the islands of Portugal, Madeira, the Canary Islands right there, finishing off in Vigo before you land back in London and we fly you back.
Just perfect, isn't it? Just perfect. October this year, again on this package, low deposit. Just $500 each to lock in the best price for you. If you think about it, October's very close. We're nearly there. We include in the price I'm about to give you the flight from Sydney over to London, 3 nights in a hotel there, then your 2-week, 14-night cruise on MSC Virtuosa around Portugal, Morocco, the Canary Islands and Spain, back to the UK, and then your flight from London back to Sydney. Okay, you've got to look at this. You could honestly, you look at this and you think, hang on, how is that not just the flights from Sydney over to London and a few nights in a hotel in London and then fly back again? I mean, how are we getting that big cruise in there as well? Incredible price tag. Remember, you can lock it in today for a deposit of just $500 each. And if you want to upgrade on the cruise on MSC Virtuosa, here's the prices which take you up to Ocean View Balcony and the exclusive Yacht Club. Now, the Yacht Club, you can see there's quite a jump there in price tag. So let me just explain very, very briefly. The Yacht Club is like a ship within a ship. So you have the most incredible suite style stateroom. You have your own concierge, you have your own restaurant, your own pool deck, you have your own everything. Champagne welcomes you in, you've got priority access, you've got priority boarding and so much more. It is just the ultimate, plus enjoying the rest of the trappings on the ship. That also would then include your drinks package and so much more as well. So talk to the team, investigate the opportunities. 1300 412 358 is the number to talk to us. And remember, you can spread the cost of any of these holidays. So if you're thinking, okay, this is for October and I'd love to do it, how about using Travel Pay Later, which means that you can go now and also pay later as well, because you can split the cost of your holiday down into 6 or 12 monthly payments. Very easy to sign up. There's no upfront payment costs at all. It is interest free. There's a couple of admin charges and it's really easy to apply. And you can do that to any of our offers, by the way, here at CruiseAway. Again, just talk to us and we'll talk you through the process of that. It's very simple and very convenient as well. 1300 412 358, because you know, sometimes, Joe, you're in the position where you see that ideal anything it could be, you know, but in this case we're talking about the ideal holiday, but you're thinking, okay, it's soon and I don't have the dollar for that right now.
Yeah, so that's brilliant because you can put that deposit down, you've got the buy now, pay later, and it just allows you to budget and, you know, thoughtfully create a plan to make your dream holiday happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's fantastic. Another tempter now for October this year. This time on the MSC Sinfonia, cruising to Croatia, Italy and Mykonos. This time on the 27th of October, we start our 12 nights by flying from Sydney over to Athens in Greece and enjoying a 3-night hotel stay there. Oh, yes. Cradle of ancient civilization. The lovely thing about Athens is it's old meets new. It very much is. Of course, you'll want to be up there taking pictures of the Acropolis, the Parthenon, and just the amazing museum that supports it is also fascinating. But modern Athens is awash with incredible food. They are real foodies in Greece, and you have got, you know, just loads of things to see, loads of great shopping too. Take a trolley town tour of the old town is my suggestion, which will just give you an overview of how everything's laid out in Athens as well. Then it's time for us to cruise on board the Sinfonia. Lyrica class, we're going to be on this vessel for 7 nights, a lovely 7-nighter taking you through the Mediterranean, which is brilliant. And this is all inclusive, isn't it? So we have got some extras for you. Get your drinks included on this
we
one
have
there.
got your drinks included on this offer, which is wonderful. There is a drinks package, very, very nice indeed. You can see it's a slightly different styling to the ships that to the ship that we were just looking at, but this is wonderful. This again is that lovely Italian flair and elegance and really nice cozy surroundings to enjoy. MSC really know how to put on a show as well. When it comes to the evening, there's always a party going on board one way or the other. And what they are good at as well is service. Absolutely impeccable and incredible service.
So welcoming, so attentive, nothing's too much for the incredible, you know, servers on board, and your stateroom stewards, you'll become on first terms names with them. They're amazing as well. Look, when it comes to dining, tons of options for you to enjoy. You've got the restaurant and buffet areas. Now, let's remember that these are all included in your cruise fare. So you can literally, you know, eat like a king or queen every night in the dining room. Like, we're talking 3 or 4 course meals every single night if you want to. There's La Bistro buffet as well, and that has cuisine from all over the world if you're wanting something more low-key and casual.
20 hours a day.
20 hours a day. 20
hours a day.
Yeah. And
can you imagine being in the kitchen 20 hours a day?
I mean,
just in case.
It's incredible. And out of those hours, you can order room service.
Yeah,
if you're desperate. Yeah. So, you know, that's the great thing. The gym, they do have a high-powered gym. I know a lot of people now, with cruising becoming so popular, they want to keep up the routine that they have at home when they're cruising and when they're on holiday. I certainly do. I like to exercise and do classes, in which case you've got those available on board as well, everything from spinning to Zumba, depending on the program. There's also the sauna and steam rooms, which are lovely. Love to do that after a day in port, especially if I've been off, like, you know, going to visit ancient ruins, just to sit in the sauna and decompress a little bit after doing all my steps, perhaps. Talking of steps, you can walk around the deck. Exactly. I think once around the deck is a mile, twice is 2 miles, and they have a little thing that will tell you how many you can do. But it's amazing how many steps you do when you're on board a ship, walking from one end to the other, walking up and down to your stateroom. So I've heard that it makes cruise calories negligible.
You'll be proud of yourself.
Yes, exactly. They disappear, the calories, apparently. So we're cruising out of the port for Athens, and we are heading into charming Split, Croatia, which has really the charm of a village mixed with shopping and restaurants of a bigger town. I love that. It's a UNESCO World Heritage town as well. You can visit the ruins at the Palace of Diocletian, which is so interesting. Then we are on to Marghera for Venice. Venice is, my goodness, the magical city on the water. You have Piazza San Marco, Gecko, St Mark's Basilica as well to visit, Grand Canal. You've got to do the gondola trip when you're there. Then we are into beautiful Brindisi in the Puglia province of Italy. An important role in trade and culture, this part of Italy as well. And it's absolutely beautiful. And of course, you know, gelatos ahoy. Mykonos is up next, and Mykonos is one of my favourite Greek islands. It's in the Cyclades Islands. It's beautiful. You have got the windmills, you've got the Delos Island to visit, which is neighbouring, and lots of shopping there as well. We are back into the port for Athens, where you'll disembark, and we'll fly you back to Sydney, Australia, after this epic adventure, of course, taking in your mini break in Athens. Then we're off on an adventure around Croatia, Italy, back into Greece, before you disembark and fly home.
What a fantastic little itinerary as well. That is wonderful. A little dip into Croatia, Venice, which is incredible, Mykonos, lovely, and spending some time in Athens as well. Lovely. Love everything about this. Right, let me tell you everything. 12 nights for October. So your flight from Sydney over to Athens, 3-night hotel stay there, and then your cruise from the port for Athens to Croatia, Italy and Mykonos, with your drinks package included, back to Athens for the flight back to Sydney. And here is your price tag coming up in October. Remember, of course, you can split this down into 6 or 12 payments as well with Travel Pay Later, but we're talking less than $5,000 plus. Having that wonderful time in Athens is just going to be magic. Right, here's the upgrade prices. So if you want to go from your interior stateroom up to ocean view or balcony, or a fabulous Aurea suite. Now, an Aurea suite will, as the name suggests, have a suite. So you've got a much bigger stateroom, that wonderful extra service and amenities there, but you'll also have priority access into the thermal suite in the Aurea Spa, and that is incredible, let me tell you. So lots of perks come along with that suite, plus your own restaurant for breakfast and dinner as well, and so much more. Talk to the team about that, they'll give you all the details. 1300 412 358 is our number. You have got the Easy Plus drinks package there, which is lovely. You can upgrade that package even further while you're on board. You can also buy specialty dining packages when you're on board. So if you want to enjoy some of those specialty restaurants on board, you absolutely can. But as Joe mentioned before, there's so many of the restaurants on that particular ship that are included in your cruise fare. Two very, very grand main dining restaurants. And main dining with MSC is fantastic. Lovely selection on the menus, beautiful wines to pair up with the dishes as well, which is nice. And then you have got the buffet, and the buffet is amazing because it's not just one line of food that everybody start down that end and work your way through, and every 5 stations it repeats itself. No way. Absolutely no way. Massive selection of food from around the world. You wonder how they do it for the price you've paid, quite frankly.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, pizza, pasta, sushi, roast dinners, Mexican, fresh salads, delicious desserts. I mean, literally, the first time I ever went to a cruise ship buffet, I was just like, how am I going to choose? And I realised I didn't have to choose, because it's okay, you're on holiday as well.
And you can go back again and again and again.
Yeah.
That's why you need the gym, you see, and the running track. Anyway, listen, we've run out of time talking of running. Thank you so much for your company again. As always, don't forget CruiseAway shows every day on Gecko, 10 in the morning, 1 and 4 in the afternoon. And you can watch all the shows again on our YouTube channel. Just go and search for CruiseAway and you will find us. But from Joe and myself, for now, thank you so much for your company. Let's cruise away again soon.
See you later.